Hello everyone, I trust we're good. I trust we are growing. I trust we are pushing our course. You see, today I just want to shift our perspective away a bit from the government to ourselves. All right, I know we are protesting, all right, but you see, I always ask myself, what next? And I believe if you've been following my vlog, you would know that it's proper and it's effective to ask yourself what next. So the question now is, after the protest, what next? All right, now we know the people in government at the moment won't be there forever. All right, they will definitely leave and power will shift to us as young people. But my question is, as young people right now, do we have the right skill set, the right capacity to handle that office? I know we'll say, Kingsley, calm down, we have it. But let's think well, all right? Now, how good are we in leadership? Listen, everything starts in your own little space. In that space you occupy right now, how effective are you in your leadership skills? All right, what are you really doing? How are you going to transfer those experience, those knowledge to the Aso Rock, to the ministries, to wherever you're going to be placed? Now, we complain most people are placed in positions they have no knowledge about. All right. Now, the question is, when the power shifts to us, how knowledgeable are we in the position we will be placed in? All right. Now, you probably would want to be the minister of academics. All right. Now, how good are you in education? All right, you want to be the minister of science and technology. How good are you in IT at the moment? All right, how good are you in equipping yourself to handle that position? Now, the thing is, I know most of us are good in our field, fine, but let's keep building that capacity. All right, if you haven't gotten any skill set to handle these offices when the power shifts to us, start now. Start building capacity. All right, because listen, when we handle these things and we don't function well, the truth is people will still protest. All right, so the best we can do is to stop it in our generation. I know we've started, but that's the best thing we can do right now, and it starts from now. All right. Of course, people say the future, yeah, we are the leaders of tomorrow, and I know we already know tomorrow is today, tomorrow is now. All right, so let's start now. All right, in your space, what are you doing right now? How are you building capacity? How are you handling that guy who is, let me say, that guy who is not really performing well? How are you handling that guy? How are you handling that guy who always criticizes your work? How are you handling him? That is the same way you will handle the Protestants. That's the way you will still handle your citizens when you get there. All right. Now, the thing is, if you don't listen to those people you lead at the moment, if you don't listen to those 4 people, those 5 people at the moment, how will you listen to like millions of people? All right. Bottom line, let's keep building that capacity now. Let us start building that capacity now. Now, I want to ask a question. How good are you in politics? All right. We are swift to influence policies of the government. All right. But how good are you as a young person in politics? All right. Now, I spent 2 years in school studying political science. All right. That's back then in the university. I spent the last 2 years studying political science. And honestly, I'll tell you that Politics is vast, all right? It's way vast than we think it is, all right? But the question is, how many of us have started involving ourselves in politics? All right. Now, the other day, someone had a discussion with me, and when I told the person I'm a civil servant and I work with one of the government parastatals, the guy was shocked. He was like, "Are you for real?" That he thinks the government work is just for old people. But I'm a young person and I'm there. How many of us have started involving ourselves in these things? How many of us have started playing the little part we can in government? I know there's the not too young to run, yes, but how many of us have started? How many of us have started? We that have started, how are we pushing it? All right, how much are we learning? How much interest do you put in to get to the apex in that government parastatal you are in right now as a young person? What is your goal in that organization? What is your goal in that government organization? Is it to behave like the people we complain about, or is it to get to the apex and change things? All right. If you are not there in the government parastatal, all right, probably you're in the private firm or maybe you're in the bank and all. How good are you in your office right now? All right, to be able to influence government decisions when we get to that level we can get to influence these decisions. All right, now let me tell you something. It's obvious that government pick people from the bank to handle some financial issues the government is facing. All right, how much energy are you putting in getting to the apex of that bank so that you can be selected to handle those government issues? It might not be the bank. In your industry, are you in the logistics industry? All right, there's the issue of traffic and all. How much energy are you putting in learning how to handle traffic, how to handle transportation, so that when it's the time for us to handle these things, we know that, boy, we are good, we've learned enough. All right, so let us just put in that energy. All right, I didn't script this, I just want to pour out my mind. All right, that is just the thing. Let us start where we are right now. All right, I was talking to a friend the other day and I was complaining about some certain things, and he was like, bro, don't worry, we will change things in the space we are in right now. All right, we will do the best in the space we occupy right now, and that's the spirit. All right, how much energy are you putting? How much knowledge do you have? We complain that the right people are not there. How are we developing ourselves as young people to be the right people? All right, now I know we complain a lot about so many things. Yes, there's no transparency, there's no integrity, accountability, and the rest. But what I want us to do right now is I want us to pick these things, all right, and look at ourselves. All right, how much integrity do you have in your space right now? How much accountability do you have in your space right now? Are you that person who complains when people ask for your level of progress in what you've been assigned to do? Are you that person that tries to tweak things? Are you that person? If you are that person, let us try and change. All right, I know the government say change begins with us. Yes, they are right, let's be sincere. So how good are you in these things you complain about? How are you practicing it in your own space? All right, because see, I was just thinking yesterday and I was like, Kingsley, okay, these things now that people are complaining about, how good are you in those things? All right. If you're going to, because honestly, yesterday I was like, I think I was we were praying, and then in the prayer someone said something. I think the person said, new leaders are emerging. So I was like, yes, I'm one of them. And then the thought crossed my mind, how good are you to emerge as a leader? How have you developed yourself, Kingsley, to emerge as a leader? So I started asking myself, that's true. Are we the young people that would handle these things and flop? Are we the young people that will handle these things and and then what will happen is the protests will keep coming up, coming up, coming up? Or are we the young people that will step in and change things? But things can't change except we start building ourselves. All right, let us prepare ourselves right now. Let's start preparing ourselves. That brother you're talking to, that subordinate you are leading, I want you to see yourself as the president. I want you to see yourself as that special advisor. I want you to see yourself as that level 14, level 15 officer. All right. I want you to see yourself as that permanent secretary, as you are leading that person. All right. So when you talk to someone, when you talk to the group of people you lead at the moment, talk to them as the president will talk to the citizens. All right. Think, if Kingsley, if I was the president, how will I handle this? If you were the president, how will you handle the situation that is erupting in your organization, in your space? When you're able to handle this, remember, experience is key. All right. When you're able to handle it, believe it or not, when you get to that level, I know you will still meet new things, but then the little experience you're having at the moment handling those things will help you. All right. Remember, opportunity loves preparation. If the young people are going to select the right people with the right skill set, are you part of the people with the right skill set? Hmm? How are you preparing yourself to handle and to take advantage of that opportunity when it comes? All right. So as I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough. And what's enough for the wise? All right. Let's prepare ourselves. Let's prepare ourselves. It's not all about protesting. All right. Yes, we're protesting, fine, but let us prepare ourselves so that when we get there, the people we are protesting against won't look at us and say, Shebi, they've entered now. What are they doing? What are they doing? No, 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 no. It shouldn't be like that. All right. So, finally, I don't want to make this long. I just want us to think. All right. Let us just trust God. All right. Let's trust God. He will help us. He will help us. He will help us. He will help us. Just trust God. All right. You have the Holy Spirit. He will teach you all things. Let him teach you how to lead. All right. Let him teach you how to handle good positions. All right. Let him teach you how to be effective, efficient. Let him teach you how to have that leadership skill to deliver when we young people get to that position. All right. Tomorrow is now. So let's start now. Keep dominating your word, keep influencing your word. All right.